What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the North Texas Dynasty on College Football 26, and welcome to the Elite Eight in the college football playoffs. The quarterfinals are here, and North Texas, after being the first 12 seed to win in the college football playoff, upsetting USC last episode, we find ourselves in the Cotton Bowl against sophomore QB Dylan RAIOLA and the Nebraska Cornhuskers. This is a team that has been good all year. They were ranked number 1 for a while. They lost the Big Ten championship to Ohio State, who is playing Duke today. Georgia and Penn State is going to be the game that decides who we will potentially play if we can keep this miracle run alive and win again. And then on the other side of the bracket, playing the winner of Duke and Ohio State, we have Arizona State and Florida State. It has been an absolutely cinematic first year in the North Texas Dynasty, and it's a miracle that we even made it to the playoffs to begin with, yet alone to win a game. And Nebraska is an 81 overall. They're lower than USC. Fellas, we're here. We're alive. The season is alive. Let's get underway here. Before we hop into the game, Reese Poffenbarger in the last game, as well as Dalton Carnes, gonna break some North Texas single season records, adding on to that beauty. And the big coaching carousel storyline is Dabo Swinney leaving Clemson and heading to Alabama, who missed the college football playoffs this year. And Kalen DeBoer is going to go from Alabama to Michigan State. Definitely a little bit of a downgrade. We had the UTSA coach leaving for Oklahoma State. The Louisiana head coach is going to head to Houston. We had the Memphis head coach heading to Maryland. And we're going to be hiring an OC to coach at Virginia. So their coach is gone. Looking at Nebraska, 3.5-star program. They beat Cincinnati. They beat Akron. They lose to Michigan this year. They beat Michigan State. They beat Maryland. They beat Minnesota. They beat USC. They beat Northwestern. They beat UCLA. They beat Penn State, who is a potential team we might play. They got killed by Ohio State in the Big Ten championship, but everywhere else, they have looked strong all season long. Dylan RAIOLA up to an 87 overall as a sophomore, went for 240 and a touchdown in this game. Emmett Johnson, also an 87 overall running back, and RAIOLA, of course, can scramble as well. So we got a game plan for that today. Receiving, they got Isaiah Hunter, who is an 85 overall. Let's look at these overalls. They got a Mac Mackey is going to be an 85 overall tight end, and then Emmett Johnson getting involved there. They got Dane Key, 89 overall receiver as well, and then on defense they got some solid studs as well. 88 overall corner, Riley Van Poppel, the right guard. Goodness gracious, we're going to have our hands full today, gentlemen. We've already pulled off one upset in this playoffs on the road last week at USC. We now head to a neutral site. North Texas, can we keep the miracle Cinderella story alive in season 1? Welcome back to the playoffs. We got the Mean Green taking on the Cornhuskers, and this is the Cotton Bowl by Goodyear. Scott Hansen style. I kind of turned on my accent a little bit there. We are rocking the alternate Mean Green Old Fry uniforms today. They are so tough. RAIOLA's tough. USC was a good opponent. We had to play really good to beat them, and this is a team that beat USC in the season, so safe to say we're going to have to play another excellent game today. Reese Poffenbarger needs to be dialed in. Dalton Carnes needs to be dialed in, and we got to hope that our defense can keep up with Dylan RAIOLA and this Nebraska Cornhusker team. Opening up the day, we are receiving. As you can see, we are 71 overall with our injury, 72 at our peak. But Nebraska coming in 10 overalls better. This game is underway and we want points. Miles Coleman on the return taken down, and out comes Stevie Balls and his offense. This season, both teams with 2 losses on the year, 1 conference loss. They are about as similar as we are when it comes to run-pass ratio, but they run a tiny bit more than we do. Kiefer Sibley starting at running back today. Shaddai Clayton Johnson still just crippled, banged up, and it's going to be a 3-yard gain to open up this one. 3rd and 7 right away. Don't want to go 3 and out in this win or go home scenario. Poffenbarger from the shotgun. It's going to be Carnes. He's hit. He breaks off the tackle, and the spectacular heads up play from Dalton Carnes. He has been reliable all year in the receiving game. Kiefer Sibley on the screen. The blocks are there. Pretty solid pickup there. We get half of what we need. It's a gain of 5. 2nd and 5 here, approaching midfield. Out comes the read option. Poffenbarger obviously not keeping it. Sibley does, and he's tackled at the line of scrimmage. The run game has been slow to start out as we are missing our star running back, Shaddai Clayton Johnson. On 3rd down, it is Simeon Evans who brings it in. He is 2 yards shy, and after some debating, we are going to punt on our opening drive. And out comes Dylan Raiola and Nebraska. How do they look? Winner goes to the Final Four. Our Mean Green offense didn't play perfect last week against USC, but they did enough to win us the game. How do we look against the star, Dylan Raiola, the sophomore, mini Mahomes, and the first completion is going to go for 10. 2nd and inches. 6 minutes left here in the first quarter. Still the start of what's to be a very good game. Raiola on the keepers, got some blocks, got some room, and Dylan Raiola is going to take off for a gain of 8 and pick up the first down of their game. 1st and 10 for Nebraska. Raiola, it's going to be a keeper on the ground that's blown up in the backfield, and that is a loss of 3. Great play there from David Fisher, our best overall player, senior captain, makes the stop in the backfield. 2nd and 13. It's a quick swing out again to the other side. It's blown up again. David Fisher stops him after a gain of 3, and we have an opportunity to stop Nebraska now after some pretty shitty play calls. It's 3rd and 10. Raiola from the shotgun. Plenty of time. He is rushed, and it's going to be contained. Tackled well short of the first down, and Nebraska's first drive stalls out about where we did. And right now, you lose some of that intimidation. This is a Big Ten team, but North Texas manages to stop them before they get to midfield. Miles Coleman on the return has some room, is going to get tackled at about the 30-yard line, and the North Texas offense is back on the field. Poffenbarger going through his progressions. He's going to audible to some slants here. Putting Trey Williams on a drag from the shotgun. Poffenbarger letting the play develop. Trey Williams standing wide open. Poffenbarger doesn't see him. Stands in there, takes the sack. And that's going to quickly bring up a 3rd and long here from the 16. Poffenbarger going to throw up a prayer. Landon Sides is in and out of his hands. Incomplete. And another quick drive stalls out for North Texas. Not having as much dynamite on our offense so far as we did last week. But we are containing the run game so far, which is good as long as we can keep Raiola from hitting some deep shots. 3rd and 7 from the shotgun. Do we have a 3 and out in us right now? Raiola, plenty of time. He's going to swing it out. They are hitting the running back continuously in the passing game, but another punt and a very defensive first quarter right now in this quarterfinal matchup, Cotton Bowl Goodyear style. Poffenbarger from the shotgun, going to hit Sides, and it's going to throw up a prayer. Dalton Carnes brings it in! The first big play on offense of the day, and who else? Number 11, Dalton Carnes is successful bringing that one in, and that would lead us to another 3rd down. Back to Dalton Carnes, who is tackled after a gain of 7, and we are going to just take our points as that is the end of the first quarter. Very defensive. I believe that reception to Carnes is the only play that has gone half field for either team. And here comes the kick. Got to take our points here. We could play aggressive, but we just need to get some points on the board. And right away, that could be a little inaccurate, but it's fine. We sneak it in that bottom right corner, and North Texas is up 3-0 to start this one. Raiola and the offense have been quiet so far. Let's send in some pressure. 2nd and 8, start of the second quarter. Raiola, single back. It's going to be play action. Reception over the middle is complete. And another 3rd down here. It's 3rd and inches. We're going to play passive here. Probably allow them to get this pretty easily. Raiola, it's going to be a screen. We might be there in time. We are not. That goes for a pretty decent gain. And now Nebraska's moving the ball a little bit. They are up to midfield right by the Goodyear Cotton Bowl logo. From the shotgun, single back, Raiola. Has plenty of time, going to scramble out, throw up a dime, and that is caught! Hurdle! And Nebraska is up to the 8-yard line. What a throw, a laser from number 15, Minnie Mahomes. And Nebraska is now within scoring distance, but the run is blown up again. North Texas has been excellent with red zone defense this season. Do we have a stop here to keep this one knotted up at 3? RAIOLA. It's going to be a fake handoff play action. The out is complete, and he stopped just outside the goal line. 2 yards to go, and it is 3rd and goal here. Man coverage, or do we send a blitz? 3rd and goal. Single back. They're going back to the run game. This time it is blown up again. 4th and goal on the 1. The run has been so unsuccessful. Will RAIOLA throw or run here on 4th and goal? Approaching halftime. The snap is taken. RAIOLA looks to take off. He's taken down. Turnover on downs. The Mean Green defense stands strong, and they prevent 1 yard from being picked up for a touchdown. A crucial, but why should Clayton Johnson in the game? He gets hurt again. The senior refuses to check out of this playoff game. His career is over. I'm so sorry for the senior. We're going to try and go win a natty for you, though. Poffenbarger trying to pick up the slack. That is overthrown, but there's a flag. Pass interference. North Texas gets bailed out on that one, and the turnover on downs is crucial. Nebraska does not get 3 to tie it up. They don't get a touchdown to take the lead. They are still stuck at 0 as we approach halftime, and Kiefer Sibley's gonna find the edge on the screen. A massive gain there, getting us closer to the 50-yard line. Poffenbarger, 2nd and 10, having a good playoff so far as the underdog. It's Carnes again, who has been so reliable, so consistent, so effective, and it is 2nd and 8 as we are in Nebraska territory. Can we go up 2 possessions on this one? The 12-seeded Miracle Run, can it continue as Carnes picks up another 1st down? 5 receptions for 84 yards in this one, and out comes the speed option. Poffenbarger, not the scrambling type, but he can get it to Kiefer Sibley on the outside, has plenty of space for a 1st down, and here comes the 2-minute warning. 1st and 10. If we play this right, we can waste clock and get a touchdown out of it. Kiefer Sibley starting to get going a little bit in the running game. It's a gain of 6. Poffenbarger by himself in the backfield, the senior, having a fantastic game. Gonna hit Kiefer Sibley again. That's a dirty juke move, and it is 1st and goal as Nebraska is gonna use a timeout here as North Texas is still up 3. 1st and goal from the 3. We're going to read option it to Kiefer Sibley, who walks in. 1st touchdown of the day, and the sophomore running back has proved to be more and more important as Clayton Johnson's season is over, and we capitalize on that one, going up 10-0. RAIOLA and Nebraska, seemingly with no momentum, need to get something going before halftime. Going to try and get some points, and that is a good way to start on the 1st down reception. RAIOLA, a minute 05 left in this one. From the shotgun, pressured, is going to hit a quick out right away. That is a gain of 5 to bring up 2nd and 5. Going hurry up mode here. 50 seconds running clock before half. 2nd and 5. RAIOLA, shotgun snap, plenty of time, throws up a laser, 1-on-1, and it is incomplete. Great coverage there by David Fisher, and it brings up a 3rd and 5. Trying to get them off the field with no points here. The screen is going to be blown up, and another punt for Nebraska. Could we go into halftime with even bigger lead? We still have 30 seconds and 2 timeouts to try and make something happen. This one could get out of hand if we keep playing how we're playing on defense. Poffenbarger, 1-on-1. It is Simeon Evans brings it in. You gotta be kidding me. Timeout North Texas. The 1-on-1 ball to Simeon Evans, the senior-to-senior connection. He's been riding the bench all year as Poffenbarger takes off. Almost picks up a 1st down there. Gets out of bounds to stop the clock. The offense has been clicking as we're approaching halftime. Poffenbarger letting the play develop. Sibley out of the backfield. It is caught, and we are going to go ahead and use that last timeout. Probably not worth doing anything dumb. We're just going to take our points here and go into halftime with a 13-0 lead against the Big Ten runner-up champ, Nebraska Cornhuskers. Overall, not too many complaints going into halftime. I thought defensively we played excellent. Nebraska has 0. You can't ask for much more. We've completely shut down their run game. -2 rushing yards in the first half. Offensively, we're playing good. Capitalize more. Get more touchdowns. In this game, we could run away with it. But this is still anyone's game. If Nebraska gets warmed up on offense, we are in for what could be a close finish. They open the half with the ball, and we are keeping the pressure on defense. 2nd and 4, sending the dogs. It's play action. That is a reception. That is a missed tackle. That's going to be a solid gain for Nebraska to keep it going. They are a touchdown away from this being a 6-point game. So while I love the first half, when it's win or go home, we got to close this out before we start getting confident. That is going to be a reception out, another first down for RAIOLA. He's starting to get it going a little bit more now, up to the 45 in North Texas territory. 2nd and 10. Third quarter, 7 minutes left. RAIOLA keeps again. RAIOLA's got blockers. RAIOLA with the speed is going to be taken down at the 23-yard line. A big rush there, and they are closing in on the red zone. 1st and 10 for Nebraska. RAIOLA desperately trying to get his team some points here. They go back to the run game. A timeout on the play. I don't know where that came from, but still a gain of 5 from Nebraska. One of the better runs they've had. I think they're back in the positive net category. Shotgun snap. Here comes the run again, and that's going to be a first down. A much bigger gain than they've had all day, and that is going to be a 1st and goal for Nebraska here. After an incompletion, it would bring up 2nd and goal for RAIOLA. Every opportunity is a chance. RAIOLA, he's got a man wide open. And this game just got a heck of a lot closer. 13-7. North Texas gets the ball back, still with the lead, but we are one quick 3-and-out away from all the tide and momentum shifting. Trey Williams III is not going to let that happen. First down here for the Mean Green. Poffenbarger been wheeling and dealing all day. 2nd and 9. As we approach the end of the third quarter, it is Carnes. Juke move! Oh my goodness! First down completion as we keep the chains going back into Nebraska territory. A field goal gets us back to a 2-possession game. That's the bare minimum I would like on this drive. Poffenbarger letting the play develop. Trey Williams on the opposite side of the field is wide open. No one guards the senior tight end. Poffenbarger with the awareness, and it is a quick 30-yard gain, and we are within striking distance again. 1st and 10. Play action for Poffenbarger. Right away, Carnes cannot bring in the diving catch. Would have been a phenomenal one to add to his resume. It brings up 2nd and 10 instead. Back to the run game with Sibley. Single back, Poffenbarger looking for a hole. He gets blown up. The assignment was beat. And it is 3rd and 11 here. No turnovers. Can't do anything dumb or risky. Poffenbarger, no turnovers in the playoffs so far. That'll be Simeon Evans wide open. And another 4th and 3. You think about being dangerous, but at the end of the day, I will take extending this lead another possession any day of the week when we're playing a Big Ten team. We sneak that one in. North Texas still in control, holding on. 16-7, trying not to choke this one away. A minute left in the third quarter, 10 minutes overall. RAIOLA trying to get this offense going again. A quick out is complete, but is going to be coming back. A flag holding on Nebraska, and that one is crucial. 2nd and 18 now for Nebraska. A minute left in this one. RAIOLA was last drive what he needed to get in a groove. Let's find out. That is a quick strike to the tight end. Almost gets them back to their original line of scrimmage. It is 3rd and 11. 5 receivers set here. RAIOLA by himself. Third quarter clock is ticking down. Number 15, Minnie Mahomes from the shotgun throws up a prayer, one-on-one, and that one is intercepted by Canada. Canada brings in the one-on-one, and he's got room. Brings it back into Nebraska territory, and a costly interception for RAIOLA. The defense showing why they are a threat in the college football playoff. Oh my goodness, Chase Canada with the play of the game, and North Texas is in full control heading into the fourth quarter. Nebraska now beating us in the rushing game, but we are duking on them in the passing game as well as the turnover margin. 2nd and 8. We are now in waste clock mode. You have to feel like a touchdown would really put this one out of control. All the fucking time in the world for Poffenbarger. Throws it into a crowd. And the pick goes right back to Nebraska. I jinxed him not having interceptions. And in a win or go home environment, you cannot do that. Just throw it away. Poffenbarger. And now Dylan Raiola is going to decide the deal and make this one as interesting as possible. 2nd and 7 here. From the shotgun, Raiola, damn near the 30. They're going to hit a first down, almost, not quite. Back to the run game, it's a gain of 2. 3rd and 5 here. Shotgun snap incoming. We got a 1 tight end set, 3 receivers, and it's going to be a run again. And Nebraska going to settle for 3 here, deciding not to try and pass on 3rd and 6, and I don't necessarily understand the strat. Yes, a field goal gets you back to a 1-possession game, but it's blocked! But it's blocked and it's recovered by North Texas, and it will stay a 2-possession game. The Mean Green have got the magic, the Cinderella sparkles, and a huge play. Oh my goodness, Carnes, jet touch pass. He has blockers, he has room, he has a first down. 6 minutes left, 5:20. Nebraska is running out of time to try and make this a ball game. Poffenbarger, it is going to be a fumble on the speed option. What are we doing? We got to get our shit together. We are trying to sell this game right now. 3rd and 20. That is going to be Mackenzie McGill on the screen. He's not picking it up. But we are getting rid of this ball again. And still not closing this game out. We could have gotten another field goal there at the very least, but no. Instead, Nebraska still with plenty of time to go get 2 scores. 2nd and 4. Here comes the hurry-up offense. 3:51 left in this one. Nebraska trying to add to their total. There's a wide open receiver. He's taken down at midfield. 1st and 10, and the clock keeps moving. We're playing zone, trying to get as much coverage as we can on these receivers. That is thrown, and what a dime! Raiola not having the best game of his career, but he has had some throws today that were absolutely impeccable. That was one of them right there. They're in the red zone now. Close enough to hit a field goal. Hopefully we can block it again. 3:13. That is going to be taken down short of the first down. It is a gain of 7, and the clock keeps ticking away. We are about to be under 3 minutes left in this quarterfinal Elite 8 matchup. Raiola tried to scramble again. Instead, it's a dump off. That's an easy first down just outside a goal to go range. Technically, pretty much 1st and goal. 2:46 left in this one. Raiola from the shotgun. He's going to hit. David Fisher is there to jump the route. David Fisher's got the breakaway speed. The best player on this team. David Fisher has just sent North Texas to the Final Four. Hit the gritty. 97-yard pick 6 for the senior. Raiola has choked this one away. North Texas, the nail in the coffin. The defense has played out of its mind today, and Nebraska is grasping for just another shot to try and make it a 1-possession game. Last play before the 2-minute warning. Raiola, 2 picks on the day. That one was costly, and that one is complete with 1:58 left to go in this one. 2nd and 1 would turn to 3rd and 5 after a negative play. Raiola has the ball. It's going to be a complete first down. They're trying to get this one moving, but they are running out of time. There goes the first timeout. So an onside kick is going to be absolutely mandatory if they want to make a comeback here. Raiola is going to hit Samaje Burrell. That was me, the Lark. Dylan Raiola with the choke. Not 1, not 2, but 3 interceptions in the second half. And North Texas pulls off the impossible. Makes the college football playoff year 1. You should have known the 6-time coach, 6-time WKU national champion coach, head coach Stevie Balls was coming here to bring change. And Matt Rule gets added to the list of coaches who are 0-1. Again with Lincoln Riley joining the death list for head coach Stevie Balls. Reese Poffenbarger, other than his silly turnover, played a game. David Fisher, player of the game. Dalton Carnes played a hell of a game. Kiefer Sibley was crucial. And oh my goodness, fellas. I mean, when are we going to lose? I don't want this to be a year one natty, but it might just have to be the Cinderella story of a lifetime. We're playing on Heisman out of the American Conference, and we have just taken down and upset 2 Big Ten teams, and this one was in dominant fashion. RAIOLA with 3 picks, not the worst completion percentage in the world. We shut down their run game. Absolutely shut down the run game. Not a single 100-yard receiver. We had one that was close in Nevaeh Hunter. And then defensively, they didn't play that great against us. Dalton Carnes with a 100-yard game. Kiefer Sibley with 30 yards on the ground and a touchdown. Dalton Carnes with 250. No touchdowns, just a pick. Played great. Sibley with a touchdown. Obviously the touchdown from David Fisher. My goodness gracious. Ladies and gentlemen, the defense with an absolute carry job in this one. Not the most phenomenal game from the offense. If we are going to beat either Georgia or Penn State the next round, we got to show up and play flawless. We got to be different come Final Four time. For now, I'm just happy to be here. To be one of the Final Four teams in college football in year one is remarkable. And we have a lot of seniors on this team, a lot of guys that are going to transfer away. So we need to capitalize now. After this season, it wouldn't surprise me if we were worse. So now that we're here, that we made the playoffs in the first place, we might not make the playoffs next year. We're here in the Final Four. We've been making noise. Let's keep making some fucking noise. There's the Cotton Bowl trophy. Unfortunately, we don't have our conference championship one because I played it offline, but you guys know it's there. David Fisher, American Player of the Week, of course. He might win national here as well. Yep, of course, National Defensive Player of the Week. And is it going to be Penn State? Or is it going to be the Georgia Bulldogs? The #1 ranked team, your SEC champions. This is where shit gets real, fellas. This is where you have to start feeling like we could seriously get mishandled in this game. And Arizona State, another smaller conference, Big 12, more reputable than the American, is here in the Final Four as well. They upset, they kill Florida State. And our Final Four is set. Georgia and Ohio State are your favorites. Favored to meet in the Natty. And we got 2 underdogs, your 11-seeded Arizona State Sun Devils and your 12-seeded North Texas Mean Green. Win or go home. Absolutely insane. Absolutely nuts. We are 1 win away from going to the national championship in Miami, Florida. We just beat 284 overall teams. I imagine Georgia's in the 90s. Easily the best competition we have faced so far. Y'all think we're ready for it? Let me know in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching this epic, awesome quarterfinal playoff game. We got another one coming soon. The Final Four is next, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot believe this is how year one has gone for us. Thank you guys for watching. Like and sub if you haven't already. And I will catch you on the next one. Peace.